Hey everyone, welcome back to Itzelstudies. Today is August 25th and it is the first day of school. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I started my student teaching like 3 weeks ago on the 5th. On the 9th of this month. I gotta change my calendar. I'm feeling all kinds of ways. And yeah, that the first week that I started, I was actually in my finals for the summer term. So that was pretty crazy. I just got out of my class. I'm really confused of like what's going on because we just got like more assignments today that haven't really been explained properly to us, and I just feel like I need to go for a walk and go get fruit or something because I'm tired and I think my brain needs a break, and maybe I will feel better after. Feeling all types of ways right now, and it sucks, because I'm in this constant like battle with myself because I'm like, well, like at least it's only 1 year. I'm not gonna give up. Like this is just, part of the struggle, part of the transition. But also I'm like, like I want to have equity. I want to have equity in the way that I'm treated. I want to have equity in the way that I'm assigned work. Yeah, I don't know. I just hate having to always be strong and always like push through and always like, it's like, like we deserve so much better, y'all. Like we deserve so much better. We deserve so much better. I'll never stop saying that. Like we just deserve better treatment. We deserve more funding. We deserve fucking compassion, and we deserve humbleness, and we deserve so many things because it all like trickles down, to our students and the relationships that we're able to build with one another. And up until the first week of my student teaching, I was just like straight up finals mode, trying to get everything in, trying to finish everything, and also mentally prepare myself for, student teaching, which was really difficult. I don't think we were necessarily supported as much as I would have wanted to be, prepared to go back into student teaching, but we did what we could with what we had. And yeah, my first week of student teaching was awesome. Like it was, I'll talk a little bit more about that later, but for now, you're going to see me on my first day of school back in Berkeley. So going back into that, I'm honestly like a little bit reminiscent of what it was like to be a student at Berkeley almost 2 years ago. And so we're now August 2021, and that feels crazy to me. Like I can't believe I graduated in a whole pandemic, was applying to grad school, and now I'm going back just as a different person overall. I don't know, man. I'm just feeling all kinds of ways. Today I have two classes. One of them is curriculum development and the other one is practitioner-based research. Both of them are with the same professor that I had throughout the summer. And so I'm in the history and social studies secondary pathway. So yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes today. Also very like wary about COVID with the Delta variant because, unfortunately cases have been rising. At my school site, there's been positive cases of students. At my site, we have testing on, like rapid testing on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the district is trying to increase that number. So yeah, testing is happening and positive cases are happening. That makes me really worried because I feel like I'm exposed to so many students and teachers, like in my student teaching in the mornings, and then in the afternoon I'm back with like a different group set of people, you know. So that's kind of, yeah, we'll see how the semester goes. I'm not sure what's gonna happen in the future, but I'm hoping for the best, you know. I'm hoping for the best, and always gotta wear your mask and then keep some distance between the folks that, you know, you're with. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm just wearing this little like vest thingy, and some jeans. Today is Friday and I have a day off, so I kind of want to just update y'all on what I've been up to this week. I started my full like week of student teaching in the mornings and then classes in the nighttime. So I think this week I definitely have a better grasp of like my schedule and kind of like all the things that I have to do. But it's been really crazy. Like I'm trying to really like use my planner as much as I can, and so I take it with me all the time and I write down like all of my homework assignments for the week so that I'm able to know what times I'll be able to work on my homework, which is mostly readings. Some of it is like reflections, other things are just like tedious things where I have to submit my notes for my student teaching like log. That records all of my hours. So those little things, they don't take up a lot of time, but if I don't get to it at a certain day, it's just gonna all be piled up for Friday, which is kind of what's happening today. So that's why I'm doing kind of like this little quick, you know, recap of everything. I like my hair is so crazy right now. It's honestly not even this red. I feel like it only looks this red. So yeah, anyway. Hey y'all, so I just got my fingerprints taken because I want to be a sub for Oakland School District. So like when my CT is absent, I can substitute for him, and I would be getting paid because I don't know if you know this, but as a student teacher, we actually don't get paid to be a student teacher for the whole year, which is ridiculous. But at least, you know, we can have this little bit of income while we, you know, if we have to sub for our CTs. But yeah, I was told that like if I want to be a teacher in Oakland schools, I don't have to do the fingerprints again. But if I would choose to go to a different district, I would have to do the fingerprints again. And if I choose to come back to Oakland, I would have to do them again. So pretty much like, yeah, it's just a bunch of money. And I had to pay $121 for this ridiculous amount. But yeah, I'm so tired and I gotta go because it's really hot in here. Hey y'all, so I just finished my first lesson for our unit on slavery, colonization, and capitalism. I'm being observed later today during my 5th period, so I just did first period right now, and it went pretty well. The kids were responding well to the lesson, so I think it was a good thing. But yeah, I wonder how 5th period is gonna go. But anyways, just wanted to highlight that for today. Here's a look at my lesson objective and do now, which is also coming from the Pulitzer Center, and they got this from the 1619 project. Can somebody point me to where our community agreements are in the room? Where are they?
Right there.
Okay. Does anybody have any new community agreements to add for today? Maybe something happened yesterday that it came to your attention that you want to add? Yes, Cameron?
Keep your hands to yourself.
Actually, that's a very good one. Hey y'all, welcome back. The video that y'all just watched was of my lesson observation. So whenever my site supervisor comes in and she views my lesson for the day and she records it, and then like it gets uploaded to this app where we look at it afterwards. And so that little portion that y'all just saw was on the beginning of class when we were setting up community agreements. The funny thing that happened during that time was that the student who had said that the community agreement that they wanted to add was keep your hands to yourself, hands and feet to yourself. So what had happened was that that student, before class started, they were just like going around and like messing with some of the girls, like tipping their hats or like messing with their journals. Like they were just like messing around, like they were just playing. But I was like, students, like go back to your seats. Like it was a little bit wild, I will say. And I was alone because my CT had stepped out for like literally like 30 seconds because there was a student in the hallway who needed some help. And so when that literally happened and I was alone in the classroom, and I was just like, yeah, it's just these students, these 10th graders are wild. They're hella funny, and I love their energy, but yeah, sometimes it can get a little bit messy when it comes to like settling down, especially that period, which is honestly like one of my most difficult period because they're coming straight from lunch, and so they have a lot of energy, but I think finding other ways to incorporate more like activities or things like that might be helpful for them to kind of like settle in, take that energy out, and then, you know, get into the lesson. Anyways, so I guess it was helpful that like we set up that community agreement because yeah, they were wilding out that day. But after that, like they settled in and like they got into the lesson and like did their group work. So it was overall a really good lesson. But yeah, that was just something that happened, and I included it in the video because I thought it was funny, and also like kind of you gotta think on your feet sometimes, well, all the time actually. But I was just kind of like, yeah. Anyways, yeah, today's my day off, so I'm just gonna like do some homework and catch up. And yeah, it's been a long time since I've uploaded a video, but I hope that some of the things that I've included in the video were helpful to y'all. Let me know if you have any questions on my Instagram at itzelstudies. I know some of you are probably gonna start doing your applications for your teaching credential programs or your master's, so I can definitely try to support in any way that I can. But yeah, I hope that this is helpful and exciting and just real, you know. Like the beginning of my video was a little bit like messy because I was in a very hot mess state, just because of like how stressed I was. And I think that something that I've learned this past month is that the actual experience of student teaching in the classroom, it's not stressful like the way that most people think it is. So it's stressful in the way that like you have to constantly be on, like you have to like think about 14 students at the same time, you have to think about lesson planning, you have to think about all these things. But like those things are so, I don't know, I guess like you just really have to love being a teacher to know what I'm talking about. Like it's really enjoyable. It's really enjoyable. It's really awesome. The things that like make me stressed and like feel burnt out is like just like my programs, like I guess the amount of homework that they give us, the readings, the assignments that just are, they just pile up like very quickly, and it's hard to find time to do them when you're student teaching in the mornings. And then I commute, so I gotta go, you know, from San Francisco to Oakland to Berkeley and then back, so it's a little bit hard to find time in the weekdays to really do all the homework that's assigned. And that's kind of like what's been really the most stressful part of this journey, I guess. But anything for the kids, like honestly, like I just can't wait to be in the classroom, like, and just experience that like first year of like doing it alone. But right now I'm really enjoying like not getting thrown in just yet. I have really been enjoying like, you know, observing my CT, observing my students, supporting them on a one-to-one basis, and I just get to see like a bigger picture of what it is to be a teacher without having the huge responsibility of teaching right now, and like lesson planning and doing all of that. No other updates. I'm still I finally got all my paperwork done, so I'm gonna be able to be a substitute at least some days out of the week for my CT. And I have another lesson coming up in 2 weeks, so I'm gonna be busy again doing my lesson planning, given like the unit that we're on in 2 weeks. And so yeah, it's gonna be it is wild. But yeah, my thoughts are all over the place, so I'm gonna go now. But thank you so much and take care. Bye.